So, Kirby in the Forgotten Land is a great Kirby game, we can all agree. But, there is a criticism that I do agree with. The game needed more abilities, or at least should have had more abilities, as it only has 12. For comparison, Star Allies had 28. But this does lead to an interesting thing. We can theorize whether abilities could make it in or not, how they could make it in, and what their evolutions would be. So we're doing that today with ESP, along with little drawings I've made for each evolution, and their stats. But there is a couple things we need to start with. 1. How would ESP translate into a 3D space? And 2. Why ESP? The ESP one is easy. It's my favorite ability in the entire series, particularly because it's absolutely broken. But now we need to ask how it would translate into 3D space. And that's for a particular reason. The games can't really work with ESP having it in 3D because there would be no way to go up, because there are two different ways to go up. So my way is actually what you could see right around here and here. Basically having lightning bolts coming out of the ESP, psychic energy fields, from the top and bottom. So that way you can manage to attack upwards and below. So this is basically what ESP would look like, just as usual. And yes, I know my drawing is terrible. And right here are the stats, with a power of 2 and a rapid fire of 2.5. So yeah, that's how we translate ESP into a 3D space. But now it's time for the fun part, the evolutions. Start off with Shield ESP. As you can see, Kirby's angry. So yeah, this, like a bunch of weirdly enough second level abilities like Clutter Needle and Volcano Fire, are based on a different mix ability from Kirby 64. This one I believe being a mix of electric and electric, but I don't know because I have not played Kirby 64 yet. I don't have a way to access it. As you can see, it's got a big buff in power, but a small loss in rapid fire, as you can see, because the stats aren't there. With its power being 3, and its rapid fire being 2. So yeah. There you are. So basically, Kirby creates a shield around him. He does move a bit slower while in the shield, but it's more or less comparable to charging Crash at 2nd level. And it's not bad at all. And yes, you can basically charge it sort of like Spark. And once you fully charge it, it explodes, creating a massive attack. Sort of related to Crash in idea, but much lower in power, of course. And in its appearance, you can clearly see the hat is in its own little psychic energy field, which I think is cute. There wasn't really much I could do with ESP, honestly, with these ideas. So yeah, it's basically a charging version of the mix ability from Kirby 64 that explodes. The final one is gonna have to happen. Considering ESP's beginnings and its references, you know this one was coming. Starstorm ESP. Referencing Big Shocker, Ness, because that was where the ability started out. As you can see, it's got a nice buff to rapid fire, and a pretty solid buff to power, going to power 4, rapid fire 3. In this one, Kirby has gone back to normal ESP. And of course, an electric bolt does actually come out of the top. But now, stars, and yes, I know those are terrible stars, rain down from the ESP orb. It's basically very simple, and it does a lot more damage. And, of course, like ESP, once it deals a specific amount of hits, it releases. But at that point, a massive amount of stars launch around the arena. It's a pretty good ability for long range, of course, and I like that. And, of course, the change to the hat is simple but effective, as the hat, that's not really a simple marking, as that's more or less its own little eye, representing the common psychic concept of a third eye. So yeah, these are my evolutions to ESP. So, You guys like it? Whatever. Thank you for watching. See you soon. This is Laponaut, signing out.